Just an apology for the video you're about to see. There was a lot of wind noise, but I only had a short opportunity to do it. Hope it doesn't spoil it too much. Hi everyone. I did do a review on the Yaris after it's been a year old. I think I said 10,000 miles, but we've done more miles than expected. So let's just have a look at how it's gone. If you're new to the channel, I'm normally a motorbike man, Honda VFR, but this little car's fascinating me. It belongs to Kath, my partner. So let's see how it's done over the year. So just for reference, you can see that the mileage on the clock at the moment is, that's a trip, longer. 13,192. And if we look at the info screen about the economy, we'll see that trip 1, that was about 66 miles per gallon. That was the first 1,000 miles, including delivery. Second one was running around normal use. Kath goes up and down the A19 quite a bit. That was, I think, just under 75, 74 something. Trip to France was the best, 80.2. We had a 75 for about 3,000 or 4,000 miles in autumn. And at the moment, from about, I think it was November, December, it's on, as you can see, 63.4. I'm going to zero it again. You can see that's dropped throughout the winter time. The heater kicks on more and the battery's colder. So I'd expect that to drop a bit. So I'll zero that after this video. But I quickly worked out the average for the year over the 13,000 miles. Around about 72 miles per gallon. I'll put the metric equivalent up on the screen, which is pretty good. But of course, that's just the economy of the vehicle. Performance-wise, well, you're not going to buy it for performance, but I was a bit worried it might be a little bit lackluster with that 1.5 non-turbo engine and the electric motor. But I'll tell you what, it's not slow. It holds its own, and off the mark, it's very, very smooth and quick. I'm quite impressed with it. I'm not saying it's fast, but you don't get bullied, if you know what I mean. So producing that average type of power output, I'm not going to get too technical, 3-cylinder 1.5 petrol engine, Atkinson cycle, I won't go into that, Google that, married to an electric motor. Petrol engine is about 90 brake horsepower, the electric motor is about 58 or something like that. They combine to make 115. I don't know why they don't add them together. But that's the combination that they quote. Feels a little bit swifter than that, particularly, as I said, off the mark. And that electric motor fills in the torque curve lovely. It's a very, very smooth power delivery. The drive modes, you notice the difference. There's Eco, which it's in most of the time, normal and power. Between the Eco and the normal, not a vast difference. I can feel it though. But the power mode certainly spices up the throttle response, and yeah, it feels quite brisk. No issues with the driving position. It's quite a nice driving position actually. I like it quite high. I know the youngsters like them lower, but I think most people find it's quite comfortable. And it's got lovely steering. I'm not going to go into the handling of the thing. I don't really know how the other cars in the competition handle. I know they talk about the Fiesta being sportier, which it probably is, Polo more refined and all that. You hear all the time. But the steering's lovely, and I think it has a nice, interesting feel. Whether that's sporty, I don't know, but it's certainly a nice car to drive, and you can chuck it about a fair bit if you wish to. Just a quick look at the dash just while I'm here. I've picked a really sunny day and it's not coming out very well, but it's quite a nice display. Interior is a little bit dark and plasticky, and it's okay. It's no more than okay, I would say. For balance, I'll chuck a negative in. These interior lights, oh my God. They go to all the trouble of putting a SOS button in there with all that technology, and I stick a couple of interior lights that are like a couple of candles in a brown bottle. Absolute rubbish they are. And there's none at all in the back. It's not bad in the back really, but when Kath's trying to strap the kids in over the winter when it was dark, no lights there. It's pitch black in there. A few things that they mentioned on reviews with the ride quality. But on these 16-inch higher profile tyres on the design model, perhaps I should have pointed that out, this is the design model, the second up in the range. I think it rides quite well, and it's very quiet, extremely quiet. Sometimes when the electric motor's just running, you'll get a bit of wind noise, but I think that's just because the engine is so quiet. It's really nice. And just on that electric motor, it said in the blurb that it would run up to 80 miles an hour in EV only. That doesn't mean from a standing start. As soon as you hit 20, it'll kick the engine in. But I've often seen 65, 70-ish, just on a very, very light throttle for a good mile or so on motorways. So that electric motor does a lot of work within the car. I'm surprised how much it does work, and when it's running on EV, it's lovely and refined, really nice. Build quality, well, it's probably put together very well, but it feels a little bit lightweight, a bit flimsy. Some of the panels are quite thin, you know. You don't get a nice clunk that you get from most cars, but not bad. We didn't buy it for the boot space, obviously, because it's a small car, but I found that we can manage with most things. 2 of us on holiday was no problem at all. But again, things like this are quite lightweight and flimsy, and it's all like fit and finish in the boot is quite thin and sharp edge and such like. But whatever, I can live with that. I do enjoy the regenerative braking though. That's really useful. Basically, your first press of the brake pedal just affects the motor, puts a solid reverse charge on the motor. I can't really explain it technically, but effectively what's happening is the motor's slowing your wheels down before you press it really hard, and then the brakes themselves will kick in. So I think it's quite a nice feel. Some people think the feel's a bit numb. I quite like it, not too bad, and saves a bit of disc and pad wear as well. I haven't spoke about the looks of the car, but most people seem to like it. Seems to appeal to young and old, and definitely distinctive, isn't it? Without a doubt. Back seats are mainly used for the grandchildren, as you can see, but yeah, I'll get 4 adults in there, no problem. I mean, you know, it's not meant to carry lots of people and lots of luggage, but it's okay. And those seats, although not a lot of room in there, those seats sit up quite high, so you get a good view out the window, which makes it feel more airy, even if the dark interior is not, what's that word they use these days? Inspiring, I think, yeah. So all in all, if I can recap, because I don't like my videos to go on too long, it's obviously very economical, not cheap to buy though, it's quick enough, driving it's pleasant, not many things that annoy me, apart from a few plasticky things and those poor interior lights. Just been serviced, 240 quid for the 10,000 mile service. Doesn't seem to have any tyre wear at all. I'm enjoying it, even though it's not my car. I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's been a good choice. Thanks very much for watching.